In simple terms, a middleware is a function that gets executed in between a request and a response. So in our case, the middleware is going to get in between the request and it's going to add the object that the user sends to request.body. Now, since we're using Express and Express has a built-in middleware that handles this operation, we're going to go to the top of our file, and to use a middleware, we're going to use app.use. Now, this is going to take in two arguments. The first is going to be for what paths we want to apply this middleware to. So for example, if we had /home here, and if we put in our middleware, this middleware is only going to be applied to the routes that start with /home. But in our case, we want this middleware to be applied to all routes. And in order to do that, we're going to remove the first argument. So the middleware we want to use is express.json. One thing you need to remember here is that the placement of app.use matters. If we were to place app.use at the end of our routes, that is not going to work. We need to place it before the routes that are going to use the middleware. So now we can go back to our create a new task route. And since request.body has access to the object that the user sends, we can pass it to create. And when we pass in this object, it's going to be checked with the different validators that we defined in our model. So we defined that the name is required and the completed property is going to be false by default.